Hello and welcome to this edition of Brightspace. And this particular episode is a timely one. We're right at the beginning of the semester as I record this and learning about Brightspace. And at the same time, we have the responsibility of submitting attendance officially to the college. And so I've been sort of experimenting quickly. I'm late in my own attendance because of this, to find a way to do this utilizing the tools within Brightspace. Because many of us are teaching online. Now, this is not going to apply to people who are meeting face-to-face and have other ways of recording their attendance. So this is principally looking at the online material as a way of figuring attendance. And our policy is that simply logging in is not attendance, that the individual needs to have done something. There has to be some evidence of their presence. This goes back to the design of your class, that you probably, for the sake of attendance, probably should at least create a discussion or something that they have to do that week so that you can get attendance. I personally use discussions for this. So what I first had to do was figure out how am I going to do attendance in my classes. And working with Brightspace and looking at the gradebook and looking at all the different features and tools and tracking and whatnot, I made the decision that for this semester, and certainly open to other options as they come along, I'm simply going to look at their discussions. And if they've participated in the discussions, they're present. They've at least stepped into the class and did something. A little nuance I did this semester to maybe open up some of the possibilities for what you can do is, if the week only has one discussion, then they're present or absent based on any degree of participation in that. Even if they got lower than a 100 on the expectations for that discussion, they were still there, they're present. If there were two discussions and they participated at any level in two discussions, they're all set. If, however, they didn't participate in one of them at all, they only participated in one, I'm using the tardy to communicate that. You were there, but you missed the whole component. We'll see how that goes. So let's take a look. First, what I did, once I decided what I was going to do, I posted an announcement telling the students how I was going to do that. So let's take a look at Brightspace. And we're going to look at my sociology class. And you'll see here that I have posted an announcement explaining to students how I'm going to do their attendance. So now that I've put that out there, this is what I've discovered I can do. I go to grades. And in grades, I go to export. Leave all these things the same, except I sort by last name. And when I come down to here, I can choose what grades to export. Now, for week 1 in my sociology class, all there were 2 discussions. Right there. There was an assignment, but I haven't graded that yet, so the export feature doesn't show me whether they've done that or not. I'm still working on the grading, but I graded the 2 chapter assignments, the 2 discussions. I checked those, and I'm going to export this to Excel. I then download that. And there it is, pops up in my download list, however you manage that on your computer. And I open it up, and it gives me an Excel spreadsheet. See if I can zoom in a little bit here. Well, either way, I guess I'm not really there. Okay, so what you can see in this spreadsheet is that Chapter 1 discussion, Chapter 2 discussion, those are the grades. You can see that this student got a 100 on each one, but then this next student got a 100 on the Chapter 1 discussion, but it did not participate in the Chapter 2 discussion. So based on this spreadsheet, I then go into the grading. This is the attendance sheet at KV. Here's everybody's names, and it's an online class, so it's just the Sunday, and I put down that this person was not there at all. This person was there, and this person participated in one but not the other discussion, and I was able to record my attendance. So this may or may not be helpful, but this export feature is similar to the report feature that we used to have in our former LMS, which I used in the same way. The neat thing about the previous one was it would show me if somebody had submitted something even though there was no grade, and I have not found a way to do that. So I'm looking just at the discussions. I'm using the export feature in the gradebook to export just what I want to see, and I'm able to then translate that into an attendance grade. That's what I'm doing right now. That may change if I discover something else, and I'll post another video. So enjoy. I hope that's a little bit helpful in contemplating how you're going to systematically and easily figure out your attendance for online classes.